Dear peers, family, and teachers, today I'm here to talk about school uniforms. I personally oppose school uniforms, especially at a young age when kids are just trying to figure out who they are. School uniforms constrict individuality and, if not completely, destroy it. They're expensive and force kids to think that fitting in is the right thing to do when it's really not. School uniforms forbid students to reveal who they really are. They forbid students to dress in the way they want. Some kids have only one way to express themselves, and that turns out to be clothing. Their parents don't allow them to get piercings, tattoos, get their hair colored, and that may be the only way they can actually express themselves. And when that is taken away and they are forced to fit in, they wear the same clothing as what the code demands. In that case, they're being forced to be a copy of a copy of a copy, and so on. For example, girls are made to wear skirts, blouses, and tights, and boys, dress pants, suits and blazers and stuff like that. But what if a girl does not feel comfortable in a skirt? What if a guy doesn't want to wear pants? What if a guy wants to wear a skirt and a blouse? He's not allowed because he's a guy. And a girl is not allowed to wear pants and a blazer because she's a girl. And that really constricts them. They can't really show who they are because they're forced to be like everyone else. They're forced to fit in. Because they wear the generalized type of clothing for their gender. In this case, their personality is being constricted. Once again, that's why school uniforms are not a very good thing. Uniform is also very costly. To save money on washing clothes, families usually buy a couple uniforms a year or until the child grows out of them. Uniforms range anywhere from $20 to $100 per set, around $100 for a whole uniform. Buying that for a year is just, it's a waste of money. Some schools require a specific brand or type of uniforms, but almost never provide the expenses for the clothing. Spending anywhere between $20 and $100 on one set of a uniform that a student will only wear to school for around a year and will probably hate it is a waste of money. Why not buy a full outfit for the same price that suits a child's personality and lets them individualize themselves that they can wear anywhere, not just school, that actually love it? Teaching a student that being just like everyone else at a young age is not healthy. Looks at this time and year are very important, so is standing out and being yourself. The first impression is always from the looks. No one notices someone's personality first. It's always the looks. That's why you have to stand out, show yourself. You can't be like everyone else. If a student is forced to be the gray cube in a pile of gray cubes, they will never realize that being important to yourself is important. They will never realize that being the highlighter yellow cube in a pile of gray cubes is amazing, that it's awesome. They will never realize it because they will get used to the idea that they should be like everyone else, that they should fit in with everyone else. And that should not happen. Everyone should be their own self. Standing out and being your own individual is important. It's what everything revolves around. You don't want to be a copy of a copy of a copy. Why don't people want to be themselves? Destroy the idea of fitting in the crowd. Destroy the idea of school uniforms to kill a student's individuality. Destroy the idea of being a copy of a copy of a copy. Instead, revive the idea of being an individual. Embrace the idea of letting your freak flag fly and being creative. Revive the idea of permitting students to wear their own clothes to school and teach students that standing out is good. It is mandatory and it is important. Being creative will help you further in life than being just a little quiet kid fitting in with everyone else. Not everyone will like you. That will never happen. Not everyone will ever like you. So why not have fun and be yourself instead of trying to fit in with everyone?